I've decided to come back to this because we've not been in here since the 6th of January. And I thought we should, because I got a bit miffed that the circle command wasn't working. So I thought I'd spend the stream, see if we can figure out the circle problem, and add some more commands. But seeing as that the developer of the software is on the Twitch stream at the moment, this is the beta. So if it goes, I've got an excuse that I'm testing it out. I've already found a couple of issues, which I will be letting him, and I'll try and avoid them. But I'm using the beta. So I'm just putting that out there just in case the software goes boom. I am actually testing it. Anyway, so from what I remember, and I had to look at the VOD file to find out where we'd left it, is that the circle. You're right, mate. I'm just making sure that I don't want people thinking it goes boom when it's the proper version. This is not the proper version. This is the beta 6. Now I had to look at the. Yes. Well, the developer is in chat. If you would like to, butter him up to see if he'll put a dark theme in. Anyway, just squint a bit. Anyway, can you see the writing by the way? So I had to look at the VOD of back in January to see where we was up to, and it was looking like it was drawing the line wrong. That's what it looked like. So let's just run it so we can remind ourselves of the disaster that is the circle command. In my day there was black and white and a bit of green. Yes, I remember that. Or it depended what mode you put your monitor in, because it was either green and black, orange and black, or black and white. Because wasn't the big monitor had 3 different thingy modes? I think it was green and black, orange and black, and white and black, I think, if my memory serves me correct. Right, let's do a soft reset of this so it brings in the extension. There we go. So the problem was when we did the circle command. Now, have I modified it? Oh, I probably did. Hang on. I think I modified it before I go anymore. I think, yes, I did. This is me trying to figure out what's up. So this is... Oh, the ST. Yeah. Oh. That's me thinking I'm doing kick. Pressed F6. And then I'll go back to kick and I'll be pressing F5 all over the place. Right, so this is the problem. So circle 100, 100, 75, 75. Start at 0, finish at 361. And this is what happened. So it gets so far and then it stalls. And I thought I still think, well, I don't know. I thought the draw command had failed. See? Just sticks there. Just sticks there. Has issues. Big uns. So, what's reset? Aha! So 75, right. So what I did, and what I've just remmed out and I'll put back in now, is I'm turning off drawing the line, and I'm telling it just to put a dot, where I want it. So we'll do it again. F5, got to remember, F5, F6. So 10 graphic, 20 circle, 100, 100, 75, 75, 0, 3, 6, 1. So these are exactly the same numbers as before, but what's going to happen is it's just going to put a point. It's just going to put a point on the screen. There you go. So it is working out the point properly. And so I thought, oh, okay. So it's working out, and the point that it's working out is the new point. It's working out the new point. Which was annoying. I just couldn't understand, right? It's done the circle in points. So I wrote a little program to find out what's going on, because I wasn't sure if it was my draw command that was throwing a fit, right? So I've wrote this little program to check to see if the draw command is drawing a line properly, and also to perform the circle command but in basic. Yeah, so lines 20 to 80 are drawing a circle by drawing a big line at a tangent. So it's drawing tangents off the circle, so you'll see lots of lines being drawn, and then hopefully in the middle we should have a circle. The next one is actually drawing the circle but just with the dots, so you see that it does the dots. And then lines 100 to 170 is doing what the circle does in machine language but in basic. So I am working out the X1 and Y1, and I start off. Oh, did I save it? I didn't save it, did I? Oh, that's annoying. I didn't save it. Well, I'll do it anyway. Hang on, let's do that now. So, where was we? Oh yeah, 95. I keep forgetting where everything is. That's it. So 135. No, 140 get rid of. 150 get rid of. Right, so 140. If x2 equals -1, then 170. No, 165, that was it. And then 165 was x2 equals x1, y2 equals y1. So this is basically what the machine code's doing. It works out the first point. Because it's the first point, it doesn't work out the second point. It runs around, does a skip. Then it works out the second point, but it does the skip and then moves the new point into the old point. Then it goes around again and works out the next point. Right? So we are going to go into steps of 5, and we're going to just use A. I can't believe I forgot to save it. So this is, like I say, so it's going to draw a circle from degree 45 all the way round to 405, which is a complete circle, in steps of 5-degree increments. Works out x1 and y1, jumps the draw command because we've only worked out the first point, moves the x1 and y1. Hello, you. What are you doing in here? Hey? Then moves x1 and y1 into x2, y2. So that's the second, and then recalculates the x1 and then draws it. So this is how it will run. So as you can see, I'm drawing lines on the tangent of the circle because I want to see if it's drawing the lines in the proper angles. And it seems to be doing it. All those lines are going the right way. Now, that's the circle, but just doing the dots. And then I'm doing the basic version of what the circle should be doing. So, I'm convinced now that my draw command seems to be working. Because we've got the circle, and it's drawn each line that... See, each line, each one of these lines has been extended to be really, really long, yeah? But if I was drawing the circle properly, it would have been a teeny tiny line, yeah? And it's drawn all the lines in the right angles as it's gone all the way around. So I don't think it's the draw that's screwing up. So it's leading me back now that my maths is all over the shop. Because as you can see, I've drawn a circle using the draw command, but using basic to work out the maths, and it seems to be right. And I don't know what's going on. So let me save that circle too. Right, and I will shut that down, and then I'll make the circle command do the line again. So we'll get rid of the dot placing, and we'll see how that's... Oh, I've done F6 again. Oh dear. Right, F5. So we'll see how it draws that inner circle, because I think it'll stop again. Right, here we go. So it's drawing the line, right? There you go. Now it's trying to do the circle. And it's having issues. So I think my maths is a bit shot. But the problem is, I've noticed that if you draw different width circles, it does eventually draw it. But so I've got to figure out what's going on. So it could be one or two things. We know that the draw is working. We know the draw is working. it could be the fact that I'm initiating the draw wrong, or I'm working it out wrong, or my conversion is throwing a fit. But if my conversion was throwing a fit, then when it was doing dots, it would throw a fit. But it's a perfect circle in the dots. So I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Now I've got an increment here, and I think that's in five. I think that's radians, 5 degree radian increment, and we know that because it draws the dots at specific points. So it's got to be something to do with the fact that I'm not setting up the draw command, or I'm not firing it off properly. I have just no idea. So I just need to work my way through this. So this is the drawing of the line. So we got where do we work out the new line? Start circle drawing. So that's here. Com start. That's what we've worked out. Do the cosine, multiply it by the radius, store it in com y. So our new y variable is in com y, and our new x variable is what do place and dot do, as it looks like they're initializing something your line code needs. Well, place and dot. Place is working out the memory location to put the dot, and dot is placing the dot in that byte. Works out which pixel to switch on. So that's and that just takes x and y as the thing. So once we'll look at that, because I want to just make sure that I'm doing this right. So cosine, that's here. Load that, multiply it up. Add x low and x high. So we're definitely storing it in x low and x high and com y. All right. So that's definite. So what am I doing here? X high to x2, x low to x2, y to y2. Okay. So the new one goes in x2 and the original one doesn't. What am I storing in AX? Oh, this is where I work out the first one. Right, so I'm working out the first one here. This needs to, oh, it's com start, that's why. I need a routine to do this. But that's doing com start as well. Have I updated com start? No, I'm doing com increments. Oh, calculate next degree point. Where's that? com start, increment, add, put it back into com start. Okay, so that is definitely right. And so I'm loading X low, put it in there, X high, putting it in there. Draw line. Where's line? Am I actually drawing for the right place? Right, where am I going? Draw line start. So that's here. So looking at com X1, com Y. So I'm definitely putting it in the right place. And then I do X2 low. Move it away. X2 high. Why am I not putting them in X1? Why am I not putting them in X1? Oh, is it because I destroy? Do I destroy X1 and X2? I don't think so. Don't think so. Well, I don't remember. Hang on. No, we use XX. XX. Load. Yeah, we use XX to do the actual plotting of the line. But hang on. Oh, X low, X high. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's X1, isn't it? X1 and X2. Right. So, what I'm... So I'm plotting the new one, which is X2. So I know, when I did the dot, I know I'm working it out right here. So Y, okay. Knowing me, it's staring me in the face and you guys are shouting at me, but I can't see it. Okay. What I need to do is I need to see where it's doing it. Right. This is what I'm wondering, Andy. Right. Let's see if this works. Mr. Developer, are you still on the scene? Because last time I did this did not work. Right. Shift. Well, let's do this. Debugger. Come on. Would help me if I was in the right place. We need a default file, Arthur. We need a default file where you specify what the default file is when you're doing it not in project mode. Cool, this is slow. Oh, here we go. Right. Cool, that's slow. Speed it up a bit. Right. Now X low is X low is actually the X point. X1 low is at the start of the line drawing. I'm at 25%. Well, I'll leave it at 200. Bottom right of the screen. How do you change that then? Because that says emulation speed. How do you change that? Anyway. Right, run. Oh, you're joking? Oh, there it's. Why is it not breaking? Oh, it's not breaking. It's not breaking. I mean, it's still running. Why keep doing restart? What's run, stop, and restore in the debugger? Anybody know? Let's do that. Oh, that's blown a fuse. No, it's done it. So I need to know where the breakpoint is. Oh, where's the breakpoint? I don't know why that's running at 25%. Let me run it direct. Yeah. What happens if I run it as that? That says 60%. Is it because I've got full screen? No. And this is the new debugger, by the way. This is the one that's just been released. Oh, it doesn't work on the Mac. That's why I went back to the older versions. Seemed to work better. Right. Let's see if I can get this thing to... let's do it. Build file. I'll look at that in a minute. Right, save it to that. Load it in. Hope you're making a note, Arthur, because it looks like the breakpoints don't go through. Right, let me see if I can find where I want the breakpoint. Circle. So that's circle. There we go, circle. So the breakpoint I want is there. 8C, 4C. And I'm looking at O2BO. 8C, 4C. Oh, come on. Where are you? That's it. Tell me what the name is, mate, and I'll have a look. Right, so that's where I want it to debug, stop. And it's O2, so it's this layer, these, they're the parameters. Right, let's get this thing in. I think I've still got the file. Yeah, still got it out. So it would be this one here, C64 debugger brk dot whatever. Open with. I haven't got an open with. I'll have to use that. Yeah. C5. Yeah, it's there. And I haven't messed around with the options. Yeah, breakpoints minus breakpoints is in the parameter list. I noticed this wasn't working the other day, mate. So we've got a breakpoint on it. Let's restart this back up. And we've got the memory in the right place. So let's see what happens. Operator error, as in me. Right, so it's worked out. Just saying. Right, it's worked out that. So it's worked out. B4, B3. Right, so it's worked out, what's that, 160, 170 something on the x-axis. B6 is 6B. Right, so they're the x1s, and the x2s is CO, same number. C1 is 0. B2. Why am I looking at B2? That's why I didn't do it, mate. I didn't want to. After I'd spent 2 or 3 days fighting with the basic, I thought, nah, I can't be bothered. I've got better things to do. Even though the competition is great, I just think it's not good enough yet, so to speak. Right, why is that B1 and B2? Right, okay, so thing, what is it, Hangman? There's only one entry. If there's only one entry, it just shows you how bad the how bad it is to try and code on it. I mean, I would have loved to, but it was just too much. It was just too much effort, and I got better things to do than try and fight basic. So B4 and B3, so that's right. So I'm doing B1. So I'm looking at B1, B2 and B5. B1, B2 and B5. B1, B2, B5. That's okay. So C2. So that's drawing from... No, I'm fighting my own code. I'm not fighting basic. So this is going to draw a line between AE on the X and 6B on the Y to AE on the X and 6.4 on the Y. So it's going up, vertically straight up. Right, let's see it. F11. Right, so there's that line. Right, so the next line is going to AE. Okay, so it's still going up again. Yep. Then it's doing AE70. Okay, still going up. Now it's going from AE to AD74. Yep. Now it's going from AD8A to... Oh. Really? Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. It's going still. It's still going. ABA. So they look all right. Okay, so we're still all right. 8A, A6 to A4, 8A. Now that's gone backwards. That went backwards. That went backwards. And this looks like it's going to go backwards as well. I'm reading the chat, mate. I'm reading the chat. But the problem... Andy. We know the line drawing routine seems to be working. Yeah? We know the line drawing routine seems to be working. Because that basic program showed that the lines that I draw using my draw package is doing it right. So the only thing I can think of, we've either got some contamination from the draw routine affecting my spots. Yeah. I'm just wondering if the X1 and X2 are getting corrupted. When it draws the line. Let's change all this. Change all that. Let's put some more variables in here. Where's my variables? Ah, here they are. Yeah, it looks like moves in the wrong direction, but I'm just wondering if it's because we cross-contaminated the wrong. I'm just wondering if these, you know, this X1, X2, Y1 and Y2 are getting corrupted because of the draw routine. So what I'll do is I'll just create another set. I know AX and AY will be fine, so we'll just create another one. So we need to remember 2 points. We need to remember the point that's just been created and the point that was created previously. So oi, go away. Circle X high, low, and Y. Right. That's high. Low +1. Right, so there's two variables that we're using. These are the variables we're using. X1, Y1 to start the line, X2, Y2 to end the line. We've got AX and AY, which is the temporary storage, We've just created another one just in case our Y1's are getting destroyed. So what we're going to do here is we work out the first point and put it into, let's see, where is it? Put it in X, so we actually store it there. Here we go. So it's AX low, AX high, and AY. So that's our first point. So really, when we work it out again, it puts it into Y. Right. So this is correct. And we will store it. We'll store these away as well. I'm just going to work it out in a minute. CY. Right, so we've worked out X there, and we're putting it into X2. But we're also putting it into our temporary storage to remember that it's X2. Then we'll load in what was there before and put it in X1. Right, so it's here because I'm thinking that this is getting corrupted. So here we do CX low and CX high and CY. Right. But that's... Yes, that should work. If our theory is correct and it's getting corrupted. Let's see. Yes, yes. Oh, why is it not started? Hi, Microman. We're just trying to figure out why my circle command ain't working still. Oh, kaboom. Didn't like that one little bit. Oh, I did something really wrong there. Let's just make sure. So that's that plus 6. That's right. That's 1 and that's 1. All right. So it's not me referencing wrong. Why? Make a spiral command instead. Well, you could do. You could do. Let me just figure this out. What have I done wrong? It did the first line in 51 bytes. Does making the circle command or spiral command count as the 51 blocks? Just do it in BASIC. See it, store it in AX. CYAY. Why did that not work? Why did the debugger not pick it up? Oh, I want to debug it and I can't. Didn't need to because I'm storing it before I read it. I'm storing it before I read it. Where's the symbols? Oh, that can't be the variables then. No, because I'm just storing it in. I'm just setting it up in O2A8 onwards, because that's just free space. So there should be plenty of space there. Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. I've just spotted it. That's why it was wrong. I need to do that. That warlock, crikey, you're up early. The woman kick you out of bed, mate. Oh, you little sod. That can't be my draw routine. I've just checked it. I checked it. Right, I'm just going to get it to draw a dot as well. Oh, and I've just pressed F6. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to understand why. Because we're not doing addition. We're doing floating point addition and then converting it to an integer to work out x and y. The only time we're doing 8-bit and 16-bit maths is in the draw routine. But we're drawing the lines fine. Let's see where it's getting stuck. See if it draws the dots, but the lines are not working. So it's not even drawing the dots in the right place. Hang on, is it loading the right program? Yeah. Let me get rid of the draw routine. Floating point mount using the basic floating point accumulator. Don't do any integer mathematics because I have to do the cosine, I have to multiply it by the radius, don't I? So it's all in floating point at the moment. Something's screwing up in the draw. Something's screwing up in the draw. It's got to be. Or the draw is screwing something else up. Let's have a look. Now the place and the dot work off com y, com x low, and com x high, right? And that's how I'm working the next point, working out the next point by storing it in com y, com x high, com x low, right? And that's why putting the dot on the screen is working. But as soon as we draw the line, it throws a fit. Now I do this twice. I don't know why I'm doing it twice. Why am I working this out twice? I want to debug this. Why am I working it out twice? Right. So that's doing com start. Com start. Right. See if we can sort this out. Let's see if we can do some jiggery pokery. So this is cosine. Right, so so this is low. And this is high. So we'll transfer that into there and pull that and then RTS. Right. So we update com start. So com start is the angle. We're working out the angle in radians. So com start gets updated every time we do it. So we don't need to look at that. We move the floating point to memory. Do the cosine on it. Multiply it by this radius here. And then this is returning it. This is working out the return. So low is being pushed to the accumulator. We transfer high into X. Right. So let's do this workout bit up here. Right. So here, that. And we want to store the end result in there and there. Right, so we can get rid of all this rubbish. Right, so we can copy that and do exactly the same thing when we work out the new point, which is here. But we are working this now to go to there and there. So we can get rid of all that. Right, so let's do the Y. Let's do the same thing we did with the X with the Y. So work out Y sine so same thing. So we're adding the radius and then transferring to Y and then RTS. So com start is the same thing. Move it to floating point, do the sine of it, multiply by the radius of Y, convert it back into an integer. So Y is the end result of this. So let's find the first one here. And STY in com AY. And then we do the same thing here, because this is working out the new point, but it's going to com Y. Right. Where's that? Oh, that was X1 and X2, wasn't it? Let's put it back to X2, 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 Y2. Let's just eliminate that. Put the draw routine back in. Right, this is now using, we're definitely using the same code. So if I've done something stupid in the code, this should have taken it out. I still think it's not going to work, because I still think something's getting corrupted. Yes, something's getting corrupted. Right, we need to find out what's getting corrupted. I need to work out. Right, let's find where my breakpoint needs to be. Yeah, I think some variables are getting corrupted. Just need to find them. Right, so circle. I want to. Where is it? There's a circle command. I want to stop it at 8C. Bit of paper. Bit of paper. Bit of paper. Right. I want to stop it at 8C. 8C07. And the numbers I want to look at, because I've put them back to X1 and X2 and all that, are not there. Okay, we'll have to work it out from here. So I want to look at O2B4, which is the high, and then B3 is the low. So this is X2, and then Y2 is O2B6. And then X1 is O2B1. And B2. Yeah, B2's high. That's high. That's low. B4 is high. Oh, yeah. And Y1 is B5. Right, so I need to get them loaded up. So where's my debugger? Oh, that's nice. Loaded it up. Restart. So let me just put the memory's here. This is the memory here that we need. Right, let me just put the breakpoint in that one, which is 08COF07. That's there. So this is where we're just about to do the draw. Right, so Woo. Come on. What is going on? Right, let's see what numbers we get. Right, so we're looking at B1, B2, B5 for X1. So B1 is you am I that boring? Okay. Right, B5 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 64. B2 is high, is 0, and then AE. B4 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 0. B3 is AE. Let's try and write this lot down. Let's get the table going. Right, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, and they are going that way.
Hello, John here. Someone's hosting my stream.
So first run through, we've got AE, 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 and then Y is 64. So that's Y1, X1, X2, Y2. Right, so, and what's Y2? B6. Right, that's 6B. Right, 6B. Okay, so they're the numbers. So if we F11 it, we should. Right, there's our line. Right, so now we've moved. So B1 is AE. B3 is AE. B5 is should be 6B, and it is. And the next one is 70. Right, F11. Right, next one. B1. B1 is AE, which is correct. B3 is the new one. Yeah. AD, so that's now AD, so that's coming in. Next, B5 should be 70, which it is. And B4 should be is 74. That's the new point. Right, F11. Draw that line, which it has done. So now we should have AD, which we do. The new point is AB. Then we should have 74, which we do, and then 7B. Are you still with me? Oh. Did I have a raid? It's because I've got no headphones in. Did we have a raid? Oh, I ignored them. Okay. Never mind. Whoever's, if you're still here, hello. Right. Oh, it's in low. Help. Right, so we're at 7B. So if we press it again. Ooh. Just a simple host. Oh, thank you for hosting. Right, so that's done it. Right, so we're... Right, AB. Come on. That's right. AB is moved across. So we're not corrupting anything. A8. Now that should be 7. So B5 should be 7B, which it is. And then we're 8.2. Right. F11. And it's done it. Right. So the next one should be A8 in B1, which it is. Then we should have a new one, which is A4 in B3. B5 should be 82, which it is. And then 8A is the new one, F11. So that's, so far we're doing all right. I'm going to have to extend my bit of paper soon. Right, so we should be on A4 for B1, which we are. A6 is the new location. A8 is right. Oh, hang on. 8A is right. Oh. Hang on. That's not right. It's now gone to 8.5 on the Y2. It's gone to 8.5 on the Y2. So this will draw backwards. Okay, F11. Yeah, it's gone back. So that's where it started to go wrong. Hang on. Right, next one. A6, which is right. So the new X point is A2. Yeah, that's right. That's still going in the right direction. That's where it blipped. That's where it went wrong. Then because we've got 8.5, it's gone 8D. Why did that blip? F11. Why did that blip? So we're A2, A5. Eight, nine. That's going down again. The maths are breaking down. Right, the maths are breaking down on the Y. But then again, it's done it on the X as well. It's done it on the X as well. Hang on, let me show you. See if I can show you. Right. Oh, it's not working. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, the computer's not even registering, it got turned off. pence. Yeah, it's not on. Oh dear, never mind. Should have checked. Anyway, let me see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit out of focus. But if where the line is where it starts going wrong. Because B1s should be going down. It was on B4 and then it went up to A. It went from A4 to A6 and then started going down. And then in the B6 one, this should have been going down and it went up. I know it won't focus. Well, I'm not messing around with it now. So there's something wrong with the calculation of the cosine and the sine. Well, right. On the Y, it went 6B, 70, 74, 7B, 82, 8A, then went down to A5, and then went back to 8D. And then went to 89. So it's doing that. So there's something wrong with that. And then on the X-axis, it was AE, AE, AD. So it's roughly the same. AB, A8, A4, and then it went A6. And then A2 and then A5. So there's something going wrong with the cosine and sine. Right, I'll leave that there. So there's something going wrong with the cosine and sine. So it's more than likely me working out the next point. So working out the next point is the problem. So I've got a routine that works out the new point. Here, I'll calculate next degree point. So this is loaded in the... It's when the sine set is bit... Right. There you go. Thank you for the bits for letting me know. So I think it's falling over where where we're working out the next degree point, because right, the cosine and sine is working, and like I have to pay you. Sorry, mate. So, as Andy says, that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Could be. When does the sine change on the cosine and sine? Is it 30 degrees or 45? Or is it 90? Oh, I can't remember. But it's doing it right and then has a fit. So it can't be the sine and cosine routine, so it must be where this calculation is. So I must be doing something complete and utterly, completely wrong. Let's just make sure. Oh, I've got my increments right. I'm sure I have. increment 4C, 7, C, 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 D, 6, 5, 8, 6, OE, 2E, D4, yeah. Right, so we're back here. So it's got to be something here, and I bet you I've got one of those routines wrong. There we go. So we're loading, it's at 90, right, we're not even getting to 90 yet. So we're loading the start, the start degrees, but it's in radians because we've converted it into radians. So we're loading the start, we are putting it into, we're putting the, because we hold the floating point in memory. So we then move the memory into floating point 2. That's what this routine does. Which, if I hover, does it come up with the... no. And labels. Is it in here? Basic routines. No, must be variables then. Oh. Basic ROMs. Where's the ROMs? Aha, here we go. So we are looking for COM there, which is BA8C. Right. BA8C. There we go. Move a floating point number from memory to the accumulator. Floating point accumulator 2. This routine loads blah blah blah, pointed by A and Y. So if that's the same. So that's moving, and then we take the increment. So this is our degree increment in radians. And just making sure I've got the signs right way around on that. Yep. And move that into floating point 1. Then we do this jiggery pokery. 66 EOR 6E, store it in 6F LDA 61. Whatever that does. I think that's sign manipulation, I'm not sure. And then we do add. So we're adding this value to this, and it puts it back into the result back into floating point 1, which then we are storing back. So we load X and Y with the pointer, and then we move it back. BBD7. Is that BBD7? Oh, hang on. Move. Oh, that's move memory to floating point. Move floating point to memory. Yeah. BBD7. Right. Oh, hang on. Hang on a sec. I've just spotted something. I've just spotted something. Oh, you are joking me. No, that's got to be right. It is. I was going to say, oh, this is not X, X, Y, Y. Okay, so that's right. Move it to floating point. Do the cosine of it multiply fpom by radius. I wonder if it's that. Let's have a look. Multiply f1 by radius. So xx low, xx high. Move floating point 1 to 2. So that's moving the end result of the cosine to floating point 2. Then we're converting the integer to floating point 1. Right. I just need to make sure I've got that the right way round. Y and A. Yeah, it is. Then we load, so Y, A and Y. A is high, Y is low. Yep. Then we do this same jiggery pokery stuff again. And then we multiply floating point 1 by 2. And that's basically multiplying the cosine result in floating point 2 to the radius in floating point 1, and then we convert the floating point 1 back into an integer which is stored in, that says 14 and 15. That says 14 and 15. Is it 14 and 15? Here we go. So we calculate that. Then we multiply it. Right, okay. Let's get back up here. Calculate next degree point, which is that. We test let's go back to start drawing. That's here. Work out the cosine. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you're right. The dots work. Why would it? It's got to be. But it's when it works out the new one. It's when it works out the new one, it's gone and thrown a spanner. Right, this is where I was at. And it says 14 and 15. I need to see this. FAC. I need to see that. What's that? FAC index. B1 AA. Convert floating point number to a signed integer. Oh, signed integer. Oh. I don't want a signed integer, do I? What am I using here? Maybe I don't want a signed integer. Um, 65. Yeah, it doesn't go up to that, so it should work. Oh, why is it falling over then? LDY is low, A high. Oh, really? Right, I'm just gonna change this. I'm gonna put it back to the placing. I'm gonna use the debugger to see if we get the same problem. Yeah, but it didn't do FF. It didn't do FF. Right, I need to find the breakpoint. Yes, but when it came back, the high byte was 0, so it hadn't signed it. Right, I'm just going to see what it's going to come back with when I run the just with the dots. So I need to break it at 8 COD. Right. Let's see. Reload. Reset. Right. No, don't break that. Go away. So it still remembers the old breakpoint, but it's in the wrong place now. So that is the point where it's going to do it. So we need to, so we're still checking the same numbers. F11. There we go. Right. Oh, well. Hey. Hello. Right. So we're still in the same ballpark. Right. So AE6B. So B6. Right. F10. Now that's down there. If I put the wrong numbers in. I've put the wrong numbers in. Yep, put the wrong numbers in. Right. Let's see if we've got the right number. Yes, AE6B. Bingo. Right. So the next one should be 70. Now it's come back with 72. A3. A6. There's something wrong here. there is something wrong here. I'm just looking at the Y's, you know, B5 and 6. So currently it's on 9B on B6. So that 9B should go into B5, but when I press F11, it doesn't. It's gone to A0. The code is still there. I think we're getting corruption in the values from the draw routine. Right. I think we're getting corruption in the values. Okay, so because this is plotting straight out of X and Y, straight out. But I was looking at Y2, which we store it in, and then I was looking at Y1, which we do here, which comes from AY, and I think, I don't know, but I'm going to have a look. Search finding files. I'm just wondering if I'm using it elsewhere. Which I'm not. So why wasn't it? Why wasn't it? Yes, Y is just a 8-bit, mate. Sorry. Let me move you over there so I can see you. Y is just 8-bit because it's a number between 0 and 199. X is have to have two 16 bits because it's 0 to 319. What? I clear the top byte when I do the calculation in the floating point, yes. It's down here, mate. Look, 0. I pass 0 in as the high byte when I do the multiply of the radius. And then I just grab com ry. I just grab the low byte of the return, which is 65. It's strange because when you convert from floating point to integer, the low byte is the high bytes first, because the high byte's 64 and the low byte's... No, Y is an 8-bit when I call the line. Now Y is 8 when I call the line. I thought I was getting some interference because the number wasn't coming out right. Let me run it again. We've still got it running, so let me just run it again. Right. So we're looking at B5 and 6, which are 0, 1. I don't. Can you see that, by the way? Yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right. So the first number of y is B6. Yeah. So that's where we're going to plot it at AE B6. Right. F10. But watch. When I come to it again, I'm not saving anything in C zeros, am I? No, I'm not. Right. There we go. B5 is 6-4. But it should have been 6B. We're storing B4, 3, and 6. So these are the new values. The 6 is the new values, and then we take B6 there, LDA B6, store it in C2, and then C2 goes to B5. Where's C2? 6B. What on earth's going on? Let's do the next one. 72, that's the next one. 72 goes into C2, and now 6B is in B5. What? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. 7A. AT. 99. Okay, I understand what's going on now. I understand what's going on now. It's one behind because I'm not actually right. I've got the breakpoint in a different place. But it's working out the points fine. It's working out the points fine. So it's working the points out fine. So it's something we're destroying in the draw. Right. Let me look for X1 low. Are we doing any stores? So load, subtract, load, store. Here we go. Here we go. Right, so we've definitely got a store of X1 low in the drawer. Have we got a store of X2 low? Let's have a look. Yes. Pooh. So we're destroying X2 in the load, in the drawer. Right. So this X2's been destroyed in the drawer. Same with X1. But X1 has been stored away. So X2 we're right, let's change this back to CX low. Right, so that is now, because we're storing the new position in X2 and CX. The old position should be in AX. And then, hey FaZe. Right, so the old position's in. So the problem is the drawer's destroying the variables. Let's see if this fixes it. So the new one goes into CX and also X2. AX goes into X1, and then we move, once we've drawn it, we move CX, which is X2, into AX, which is going to be X1. And then it runs through it again. Right, let's try this again. Oh, wrong one. Right, let's load it back in. Restart it. Still trying to figure out the circle. Still trying to figure out the circle, mate. I spent, what, best part of 2 hours trying to figure it out. We're getting there. Oh, don't know when the breakpoint is, do I? Where's the breakpoint? Don't want it there. Right, there's the breakpoint. We'll break it at the draw routine, which is there. That's where the draw routine is. So that's when it does it. And then we do a transfer. Right, so we're looking at CB as usual. Hopefully we'll get a bit more luck. Right. So we're same thing again. So we'll look at B5 and B6. So B5 and B6, 64 and 6B. That is right according to this. F11. Draw the line. Right. Next one should be 6B and 70. It is. Next one. Then next one should be 70 and 74. Yeah. Next one should be 74 7B. Yeah. Next one should be 7B 82. Yeah. Then 828A. Now this is where it went wrong. This is where it screwed up. And it's done it again. Because it's gone to A5. Why does the point work Why does when I do it by point, it's working? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Store B5, C2, 8A. Okay. B6, that's here. 2, 8A. 85. That is strange. That is strange that the plot, just putting the plot on it. I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Right, where's the where am I working out Y? But X is doing the same thing as well. It can be. It's in the patron one. It's in the patron one. Hang on. Let me put this in. Do, 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 do. There you go. It's in the patron only. It's in the patron only. Oh, I need to add. Are you in the patron only GitHub, Andy? Oh, it's after me. Bloody password. No, you're not in there. Hang on, let me find you. God, how many old Gits are there? Oh, there you are. There you go, mate. You should get an email any second now. Let me know when you've got it. You got it, Andy, the email. Okay. It says pending invite, so yeah. I just typed in old Git thinking no one would be called that. And there's loads of them. Oh well. Right, let's get back to this. I don't understand why X2 is working out wrong and Y2 is working out wrong when you do the draw. Right, so this is where it works out Y. So I'm going to put I want a breakpoint now. I want to see what comes out of Y every time we do it. Where's my dump? There. So I want put a breakpoint where it works out Y. There. 8 BB9. That's here. So we'll put a breakpoint there. So we see what's coming out of Y. So we'll reload it. Restart. If you're a patron and you're nosying around the code and you spot it, let me know. Because I think I'm going a bit code blind. Right, let's see what numbers we get out of this. Right, Y. 6B. That's what we're looking for. That's numbers right. 70. That number's right. 74. That number's right. 7B. That number's right. 82. Yep. 8A. 85. What on earth? What on earth? Reload. Reset. Alright, Micron. See you later. Why do my arrow keys not work? Alt. Control Y. Oh, that's why. Oh, this is sluggish. I go back to the old one. Legal quantity, yes, we know. So, 100, comma 100. Right, Y, 6B, so that's the right place, 6B. Okay, mate, okay. So, 76A. The numbers are coming out different. 681. 87. 8E. Yeah, the numbers are coming out differently. So what would be screwing that up? What would be screwing that up? Um, that could be the reason. Wow. Oh, please, if it's this, I'm going to kick myself. I'm going to kick myself if it's that. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? Right. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, you are joking me. What a noob mistake. What an absolute noob mistake. What a plank. Line 116. Right. The problem was I was overwriting the floating point memory space that defines the increment. I was overriding it with the 16-bit divider routine. And so every time it went, because we were storing the increment there, so every time it went back to it, the floating point accumulator memory space got a different number in. It was still working it out. It was still doing its maths and working it out right, but because I'd overwrote it, and so I've just given it enough space because it needs 6 bytes. The floating point accumulator. There we go. One circle. How about that for 2.5 hours of fumbling around trying to figure out what's wrong with it? And that's why when we was doing the points, it drew the circle in points, because I wasn't running the line routine, which is using the divider to work out the ratios. I should go pro. Mate, after this, I might just quit. I mean, such a rookie mistake, not giving enough memory space for the bits. Absolute plank. Well, the good news is we can do the next function pretty easily. Now we've got the circle working, the next function is pretty easy. Famous last words. I'm such a noob mistake that was. Such an absolute noob mistake. But let's... Yeah. But there's an example of code blindness. I mean, I looked at that many times, didn't see it. Just code blindness. Anyway. So, we should be able to do things like this. Now, Don't know where that's it. uh, duh, 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 duh. So we should be able to do something like this. Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh, rats, save. Come on, save it. Thank you. Oh. Didn't load it. Let's run it again. Excuse me. That's going to overwrite it. Yeah. Where would that have put that? There. Right, I'll just put that over there. And do this again. And do it properly, John. Do it properly. I don't know if you can paste into Vice, can you? Can you paste into Vice? No. Oh. Oh, yes, you can. Like to see that. Right. It will go out illegal quantity soon. So I've put it too close to the floor. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's doing it. would be a coil if it was quick enough. Right, next one, next function. Oh, that was painful. Such a rookie mistake. Alright, let's put that one in. Should have time to do that. Let's copy his bits. Yeah, mate. You get code blindness. You can't see it. You have to walk away. I'm not sure. S Shift H. I'm not sure. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Right. This is basically a polygon. All right, and we're going to use the circle functionality, but to draw a polygon. And the only difference is that we are going to specify the increment, right? So we're going to say draw a line every 12 degrees, for example, yeah. And we're going to use the circle command to do that. We're going to use the circle command to do that. It's just a different set of parameters. So the parameters we have is x and y, x rad, y radian, and then we've got start angle, finish angle, and then, if my memory serves me, it's increment angle. All right, so com shape. Let's get all this done. And it's exactly the same, so we can just nick all this from the circle. Right, so we just nickel, in fact we can nickel that as well. All down to there. Yep. So we'll nickel that because it's exactly the same. I'm going to put it in exactly the same place. And then we're just going to do this here. So copy that. Ooh, undo. And then paste it there, because we do another comma check. And this time we're going to get the increment angle. Convert it into radians, and then that increment angle gets stored in the increment place, in the increment area. So if I go back to circle, here we go, this bit here. So instead of com finish, it's increment. I've just got to check that. So I'm just... No, it's that one. That one. I was going to say increment is the hard-coded one I've got in there. So we've worked out the start point, and we've worked out the increment. We now need to, I think, we just need to identify where we start. So we've done the increment. So it's this. It's these two. We just do these. We just do that. Because the circle routine has been done in increments, but they're just smaller increments. Yeah, I don't think you could paste graphic characters into Vice. I did wonder if you could paste no, because I've been messing around with the BBC Micro because it's 40 this year. Because I want to do some streams on doing coding in BBC Micro, assembly coding. So I've got the emulator up and running. I've got the development environment up and running. But one of the beauty of the emulator is you can actually you can develop it and then just paste it straight into the emulator, and it's there as the program. It's brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, so we're on shape. So we need to set up shape. So we need to include it. It is that. That's what I did call it, isn't it? Inc shape command. So that's included in there, and then we need the tokenizer system. We need the tokenizer. There it is. And we need to put the command in. So word com shape -1, and we want to put the text in, and it's shape like that. So that should have added another command. Right then, let's let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Got to add a command before I end the stream. Got to add a new command. Right, here we go. So I don't know why it doesn't remember how big it is, but there we go. So that's why 64738. Right, 10 graphic. So 20 shape. 100 comma 75 start end. Right, so let's see, we want a 5-sided shape, so that's 72 degrees. Run. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Nice. And so you could do, let's do 30, 40, 50, 60. Now I've started it at 0, but you could say 5 to 6. We could make this, let's say we want a 9-sided shape. That's 40. And we'll make it a smaller one, so we'll make it 45 by 45. Still in the same place. See, 15-sided shape. 24. And we'll make that 35. No, we'll make it bigger. 95, 95, so we can see it. And then a triangle is 120 degrees. So 60, 60, 120. So we should have lots of different shapes here. There you go. There you go. All because we was waiting for the circle function to work. So that's shape. So it's basically, I mean, we could make it even easier by saying how many sides. Instead of an increment, we could say how many sides you want, and then we work out the increment. This is how I coded it as a kid. So you had full control. So you had to work out the angle for your shape, which is basically 360 divided by the number of sides you want. And as you can see, the triangle's there, look. But the orientation doesn't have to stay like that, right? Because you could say 10, 371 to make it do the full circle, 120. So here we go. So we should get another triangle but offset. There you go. So your start position will that's your first point. So if you want to you know, have a rotating triangle, then you just set your start point to the point where you want it to start drawing. But as long as you've got 360 degrees in there, it will do it. It'll work it out. So that's shape. A lot easier. Can you use a foot to rotate the triangle? Yeah, yeah. Because let me just save that. So you could, if you wanted to, let's see, equals we'll make it step 2. 30 shape 100, 100, 75, 75, comma S for the start, comma S plus 361, comma 120 to draw the triangle, yeah, and then 100 next S. Right, so this should rotate. There we go. Now, you're probably wanting to know about can you do a rotate? Can you do a triangle that rotates? Well, this is where erase comes into it. So what you do, you draw it, and then 40, turn erase on, draw it again, which will wipe it out, and then 60, turn arrays off. So you end up with something like this. And what you should see is you should see the triangle actually moving. I'm missing IntelliSense when I'm typing. Yeah. So, you know, so 40, get rid of, 60, get rid of, 50, get rid of. So it just draws the triangle like so. Now this is running a lot quicker than when I did it as a kid, because the actual draw line routine is not using any basic functions to draw the line. As when I was a kid, I got the line function using all the floating point functionality. But now we've got it doing the integer divide and all that. There you go, spirograph. So there we go. So we've made progress. We've fixed. Yeah, we fixed that, and we added shape. I was looking through the code, and we've got character, high res character, reverse. Reverse is a dead easy one. I mean, that's just ridiculously easy. Box. We've done arrays, joy, so that reads the joystick. Dump. This is that actually takes the high-res image and dumps it to the printer. Fill, that's going to be interesting, because that is actually doing an intelligent fill. And it took me ages as a kid. I've been looking at this thinking, how on earth did I work this out? But that's in there. And then we've got paddle, which I can't test, and pen, which we can't test. We've done colour. Then we've got sprite. Then mob. Mob colour. And then I did sound as well. Can't believe it. I did sound. Voice. Put, that must be saving the high-res graphics and retrieving the high-res graphics. Yeah, the fill, it's not perfect, but for you know, a 16, 17, 18-year-old trying to replicate Simon's Basic, it worked. The fill worked. So we'll move on to those. Might do the fill because I think that'll be an interesting one, because you have to quadrant and then work out if you filled everything. So let me put this into Git. Poor Phil. So I'm going to let me just put this into Git. Take that. Put it into there. Right, where's Git? So you guys in a second we'll be able to see it. There also, that's that. Right. There you go. So you guys can get access now to that up-to-date graphics extension. So yeah, the next time probably tackle the fill. Might do a couple of easy ones like reverse and probably box. Just get them in there. How many? Ooh, good question. Don't know. Let's see how many is in here. Here we go. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26. But I've got a couple of ideas to put some more in as well. But there would be 26. I mean, I'm going to put them all in, even though you can't use them in Vice, because you should be able to use them on a proper machine, like the dump where you can print the high-res screen to the printer, and paddle, R-pad, and joystick and pen. You can't do it on the Vice emulate, but you can do it on the proper TV. Yeah, there's a Sprite command in there. There's Sprite and mob and mob color. So I think Sprite defines what the sprite is and then use mob to move it around, I think. So, you know, so we could add a command to do, you know, to do the sprites, to set up the sprites. But it's an awful lot of data. It's 63 bytes, and I don't think we could get 63 bytes worth of information on a basic line. So it is problematic. I mean, I've been thinking of like the old BBC, you know, VDU 19, where you could do your do your own user-defined character, and then use that within. Well, we could do that here, where we could define a character and then plonk it on the high-res screen and just move it around and stuff like that. So there's extra commands that I've been thinking about that we can put in this to make it a more complete graphics package. And essentially, just by putting a user-defined graphic on the high-res screen, you're creating soft sprites. Yeah, because it's a full high-res screen. There's no color on it, but there we go. All right. So, who's on? Is there anybody on? No, there isn't. Oh well. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching my pain. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.